They will put together a explosive charge, it's called a flex linear charge, and they will place it on the door. And once they get it on that door, they need to place it correctly on the door, i.e. on the hinges of a door, so that their mission is to blow the door open. And once they blow that door open, it's to breach inside that door so that they can move in their team through that door. Well, in the deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan, anytime they need to go into a door, if they can't cut the door open, they're going to blow it open with demolitions.
FBCB2 stands for Force Battle Command Brigade and Below. It's just a command and control tool and a situational awareness tool. But they'll have a basic map in front of them, and they'll be in a different location. You know, it's what they'll be looking at, something like you would carry around in the woods. And then all of a sudden they're going to switch to a satellite imagery where they're going to be able to see what's actually on the ground based on, you know, just whatever we have available for that.
Range First Responder Lane is meant to test their ability to respond to a casualty, treat the casualty, and then move them out to a casualty collection point. Pretty much their task is to move down the lane looking for an injured aircrew member. They'll secure that patient, secure the area, provide treatment, load them onto a non-standard casualty evacuation. Skedco is a big piece of plastic, more or less, that gets dragged on the ground. They'll drag them up to a safe area, and then they configure that Skedco for air extraction. So a helicopter can come in and actually pick the patient up and fly them out. But it's a skill set that everybody needs to have in the event that an aircraft can't land or the terrain is too rough or a patient can't be moved out by a ground asset, and they need to be lifted up and taken in that fashion.
Pulling out the win on the remainder of the day stakes was Sims and Stackpole. With Ranger stakes completed, the competitors must now pull another all-nighter. Teams will have several hours to complete a cross-country night orienteering course. Day 3, 2 more teams down. Sims and Stackpole win the Leandry Award for their first place finish on the night orienteering course. And after 2 more teams dropping out, 24 teams are still in the running and must now waterproof their rucks for the Helicast event.
We lost 2 teams last night. But when you go out there and you talk to these guys and you watch them on the ground, they're kind of walking a little stiff, a little sore. There's a lot of heart there. And I think that's probably what's impressed me more about this competition than anything. Just the fact that these guys refuse to give up. They've stayed in the competition, and it's devastating when one of them has to pull out for one medical reason or another. But overall, I've just been impressed with these guys and their physical fitness and really the camaraderie that we see out there. Ranger buddies helping other Ranger buddies, not even within their own unit.
Teams will jump from a UH-60 Blackhawk into Victory Pond with all their gear, swim to shore, and run to the finish line. Again, Sims and Stackpole take the win. A treat for someone in the crowd this Mother's Day.
No better present in the world than seeing your son succeed in something he's wanted for so long on Mother's Day. No card could ever compare to this.
The next event, a level 3 water confidence test consisting of a log walk, rope drop, and 75-foot tower with suspension traverse.
As they get closer to the end, they'll actually pick up the pace a little bit, and you'll see a lot more camaraderie, and a lot of the teams just having fun. Even though they know they're not going to win, they're not going to be in first place, it's just an honor to finish this thing, and all of us that aren't competitors, we're amazed by it. Just watching at them and how well they take care of each other and the heart that they have in the competition.
Jenkins and Zakowski take first place in the water confidence test. From here, teams take off to Rotary Park in downtown Columbus. Their destination, the Chattahoochee River, and an unknown distance canoe trip, in addition to the competition that harkens back to earlier years.
This is the canoe event for the Best Ranger competition. They boarded helicopters. They land here near downtown Columbus. It's by the Naval Museum, Naval Civil War Museum. They debark the helicopters, move to our position, and then they get on these canoes. This year was brought up as kind of a legacy event. It used to be an event in the past, especially with the water movements, waterborne movements in Florida, and just historic movements using water landings, watercraft. So it's considered a legacy event for this year, kind of bringing it back.
You can't really fight if you can't get there, you know. So I mean, there's many different ways out there to do things, you know, and some old, some new. I think it's good to really know the classic stuff, you know, especially all these days, all the technology that's available. I think it's a true traditional competition. So to know those old ways just makes you better at the new ways, I believe.
After coming in at the Animal Cemetery boat landing on post, the teams had rowed for more than 9 miles. Team 7, Collins and Malco, commanded the canoe event, racking up the points. Competitors then got a bit of rest before the final event, a 4-mile buddy run to Freedom Hall and the finish line. Crossing the final finish line first was Team 46, Captain Samuel Lynn and First Sergeant Robert Carter, representing the 5th Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division. Their first place finish in the buddy run put them firmly in 6th place in the overall competition. 3rd place finishers were Best Ranger first-timers, Team number 7, Sergeants Jesse Collins and Michael Malco, representing the 75th Ranger Regiment.
The atmosphere of this competition it's unlike anything I've ever done before. And it's you know, during the competition you have so many start lines where the adrenaline starts pumping again. You know, you're down for a day, and then next thing you know, you're in another start line with a mass start, and you're trying to beat somebody, trying to pull ahead of somebody, and it's adrenaline all over again. Finishing in 2nd place, representing the United States Army Special Operations Command, Team number 22, Master Sergeants Daniel Jenkins and Walter Zakowski.
Well, we knew from day one that we were neck and neck with the guys that ended up winning. And it was after they came in on land navigation and they had found a few more points than we did that we realized that they had enough points then that we wouldn't be able to catch them on day 3. And you're still going to do your best. You're still going to live the creed and give 100% and then some. And you're still going to conduct yourself as a professional.
And making Best Ranger history by winning all 3 major awards. The Ripito Award for the foot march, the Leandry Award for night orienteering, and the overall competition, Sergeants First Class Blake Sims and Chad Stackpole from the 4th Ranger Training Battalion.
From 8A1, when we started the event, our goal was to go in there and just be in the top 5. We didn't plan on coming out here trying to win every event. We know that historically nobody, or in your natural abilities, nobody's going to be able to come out here and win this in every single event throughout the entire competition. Our goal was to be in the top 3 to 5% of every single event that we plan. It's not that we're any better. We're the best for the next 364 days, but there's always going to be better. We were just the best in the field of competition this year.